So, have you ever caught yourself saying something like this? Why does this always happen to me? I never get it right. Everyone always lets me down. In therapy about 3 to 4 years ago, I learned there's a name for this kind of thinking, and it's called overgeneralization and using absolute language. And once I started to spot this, everything really changed for me, and I was able to break this language pattern. So today I want to break down how this one mental habit quietly distorts our reality, why our brain defaults to it, and how to escape it using a simple shift in thinking inspired by Socrates. So what is overgeneralization? Overgeneralization is when our brain takes one experience, usually negative, and it stretches it across our entire life. You fail a test and suddenly you tell yourself you're stupid. We get rejected once and all of a sudden we're telling ourselves nobody ever wants me. A friend forgets our birthday and it becomes people always let me down. So these thoughts feel so real in the moment, but they're just mental shortcuts. They're emotional conclusions pretending to be facts. And in the book, How to Think Like Socrates, it says our language reveals our thinking errors. So words like always, never, everybody, nobody, any absolute language is almost never true. And once I saw that, I realized I was constantly saying these things, not because they were true, but because I probably had an old wound that I just wasn't aware of that was creating these language patterns. So why do we do this? It's because our brain loves patterns, even if they're wrong. So especially when we're emotional, your brain wants closure, it wants a reason, it wants a narrative, and overgeneralization offers that. So you don't just feel rejected, now you feel cursed. You don't just feel anxious, you feel like it's always been this way. And it's just a coping mechanism. But it's the one thing that keeps you stuck. Because if you believe your pain is permanent and universal, why would you try to change it? Even if you have a belief that you can't change it, that belief will be true for you. So here's where Socrates comes in. He believed we suffer not from what happens to us, but from how we interpret it. So the fix is this: ask better questions. Next time your mind says something like, this always happens to me, pause and ask, always, or just this time? Has there ever been a time this didn't happen? Another question would be, what's the actual evidence? These questions don't just calm our emotions, but they force our brain into truth over narrative. And the truth is this: you're not broken, you're just running an old mental program, one that you can change. So start listening to the words you use and catch the always, question the never. And slowly your mind will begin to match reality and not fear. So if this hit home, I'd love for you to share this video with someone who might need it. And if you want more tools and videos like this, hit subscribe for new videos coming out every week. We're just getting started. And if you made it this far in the video, appreciate you. Looking forward to talking in the next one. Talk soon.